Guys, we bought something at PCBros for $30, and I really do think it's one of the best investments we've made.
This is a really cool old PC that we know very little about. It just showed up at PCBros, we saw it, we had to buy it, and today we're just gonna dive into it, see if we can get it up and running, or there may be something else happening to it. There's a certain word here on the channel that pops around a lot, and you might be thinking it. We'll talk about that after word from today's sponsor. Shout out to Corsair for sponsoring today's video. Stay tuned to later in the video where we'll be showcasing one of their cool ultra-wide monitors you can pick up today.
So about a week and a half ago, we saw this build come into PCBros, and the thing that caught my eye was this case. And it was funny because one of my guys back there was like, yeah, I don't even know if you want to buy this, it's just old stuff. When I saw this case, I was like, whoa, hold up now. Because I just saw an all aluminum that actually has clear side panels on, not only the side, which talk about seeing an old case with a clear side panel that doesn't have one of those fan cutouts. It also has the top is clear, which I'm like, okay, that's pretty unusual for an old case. But then the freaking back, I'm like, I didn't even know they were doing this back then. As soon as I saw that, I was like, dude, offer whatever we need to on it. And apparently 30 bucks was all it took. And I'd be willing to bet a case like this. We don't know anything about it yet, but it has to be worth at least 100 bucks on eBay.
I would think so. And I'm just thinking on the fact that normally with a case like this, especially we joke about the sleeper thing. That could be the direction we go. We could get this working. We'll see what happens. But with a sleeper build like this, you could really load it up with RGB and it would be just like, I don't know, it would be totally different than any other sleeper you would normally see, because normally you don't see inside the build. It's the whole point of a sleeper. But using an old case like this and building a new PC inside it, it would be the most blinged out PC you could do, especially if you load it up with RGB. Some cool notes that we didn't notice on this initially was the case badges that we saw. One was a Newegg badge, which I was looking at it. This doesn't feel like this sapphire one that was just put on after the fact and come off. This feels in the case, like it was etched in the case. Someone at home may be able to tell if this was a Newegg case from back in the day. Maybe Newegg sold something like this for DIY builders, or there was a specific pre-built line. Who knows? There could be some history there with Newegg, so let us know if you guys know down below. We also have a little bit of a hint on what's going on here. We have an Athlon XP AMD CPU. That's very old.
I don't even know if I know what an Athlon X. I know Athlon, I don't know XP.
And then also the problem that makes us think we may end up doing a sleeper, but who knows? We may be surprised. We're missing RAM, we're missing storage, and a lot of the stuff is unplugged. So the biggest thing is our goal in this video. You're either watching a video where we're going to be getting this thing up and running and we're going to try to do some games on it and see if we can get it working in its current state, or path number two, and I want to see like an animation of path number one, path number two. Path number two is we do what we do Toaster Bro style. We got this thing, we sell the parts, or basically give the parts to somebody who would actually use them, and then we build a modern PC inside it. So this isn't a choose your own adventure. One way or another, we're going to be going, but I guess right now, let's see if we can figure out more about this PC and how we can get it up and running.
We purposely have avoided looking at this build, and you know, there's some pretty interesting notes to observe here. Like number one, it has 3 RAM slots. You can see where a 4th one almost could have gone, but 3 RAM slots. Maybe this is before a time of dual channel.
Tri-channel.
Yeah, tri-channel, I guess. We do have an old graphics card.
Yeah, it's Radeon. That's a graphics card because you see that has the Molex power on the back.
Molex.
What's the output look like? What do we got?
Hey, VGA and DVI.
Yeah, VGA and DVI.
So it's actually like, I'm not gonna, oh, here it is. It's a Radeon 9800 Pro, 128 megabyte. We got a old, like I think Wi-Fi card. It says D-Link on the back. And then I noticed this, we have a fan. I'm assuming that's like the North Bridge question mark. That's cooling something. We also have a 20 pin. Remember how we always joke about how it's like, pin. why not just 24 pin for everything?
I'm also noticing this. Is this an ambient sensor, or is this a ground? Is this like, would you ground?
That looks like it could be a case ground, yeah.
A case ground. You have the fan header, which is unplugged for some reason. I don't know. I guess it would just go right here. I mean, let's just start like putting stuff together, shall we? What is this? Like, would it be
like a daisy chain another thing off?
It could have been a daisy chain, another fan going off of it. It could be. Graphics card is unplugged. A lot of the power cables are just shoved up here. Like here's a 20 pin. Did somebody unplug this because it's a hazard and it doesn't work? We don't know. But I guess our biggest thing in terms of getting this working, we know we need RAM. We know we need storage. Really, RAM would be the biggest thing to get it to post. We want to see it like turn on. And then from there, we can see what we have for maybe getting some sort of operating system on it.
I just noticed this cooler is thermal take.
Is a thermal take cooler? Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's like an orange thermal take cooler. It's almost like they were doing some Noctua stuff back in the day. Oh, and the power supply, is this Allied?
400 watts, 12 volt rails, 144 watts. That just shows you how little PCI power was back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, considering this only runs on a Molex, so.
I did notice the front panel is semi-standard.
Well, that's nice for the sleeping aspect.
Yes, well, and also, I don't know if we showed the back. I mean, this is pretty nice. Standard I/O shield layout.
The whole thing comes
we got
out
standard
too.
PCA. Yeah, this whole entire back will, like, I think come off. I haven't actually tested this.
What happens.
I just think it will.
Oh yeah, the whole tray comes out.
Oh, it's one of these.
Yeah, look at the tray.
Look, it has a whole tray. Oh, dude.
Oh wait, hold up.
Wait, can you just do it?
Oh,
my goodness.
That is beautiful.
Oh my god.
So like why did we get? I feel like the engineering of this is probably a little complicated, but like, why did we get away from this? Because like people could just build their PCs and then slide them in.
Oh my god, you can just open test bench.
Yeah.
Why did we ever stop doing this stuff?
Why did we stop doing that? There's someone watching who's like, you know, there was
Back in my day.
Back in my day, this was pretty standardized.
Man, that's so cool. All right, so I do think we might have some RAM.
Okay.
Let me grab these boxes. Yeah, we bought these old GPUs with it. They're like, I don't know, like RX 9070s or something. They're really old. Here we go. This is what we're actually looking for. I did notice we have Corsair. I think this is it, man. I think this is DDR1. Look at how simple Corsair was back then. Ultra performance DDR memory, not DDR2, not DDR3, just DDR 400 megahertz.
Oh.
So I guess if we just want to see if these fit.
I'm just gonna assume that we want to use the two that are close to each other first.
This is a Ryzen 2600X. This is not old at all.
Well, okay, so remember when you were telling me some of this stuff wasn't what you thought it was and the sticky note was
I guess it
wrong?
really is.
It was what it was.
Did we buy this from the same person?
I think so.
Oh, it's a Gigabyte 580 8 gig. That's a good deal. Okay. And here's a box for it, I guess. What's in here? Okay, this is old.
That's the cheap stuff.
That's a Athlon X4 FM2 Plus.
FM2 Plus.
Ooh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I need to put this inside something like a jack-o'-lantern. Brings back good old memories.
Well, the RAM's in. It fits.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. These clips are interesting. I don't know why. I guess this is how they would actually hold the heat spreaders together.
Honestly, it's kind of nicer than like glue or something.
It's clips, so that's pretty cool. Well, because right now, let's get the 24-pin plugged up. There's no 24-pin power plugged in.
Now, the downside is with no drives, this is going to be tough. I mean, we have hard drives. I have Molex ones, actually. We have Molex hard drives in the back. We can hook one of those up, and maybe we can get something like Ubuntu, you know, something like a Linux open source kind of deal on there. There's no way we're going to get Windows on this. We're just not.
We're not.
We're not built for that.
I'm not going to try again. Who keeps...
Oh, it's...
Stop!
So there's the 20-pin. Pretty crazy placement. I put the Molex in on the graphics card because we need that.
By the way, I never knew graphics cards use Molex.
Let's see, where is our CPU power? Part of me just wonders why this was unplugged. It just gives me like...
Maybe he was about to do a swap.
Maybe.
Oh, a sleeper?
A sleeper.
So...
Power is plugged in, RAM is in.
Yep. We don't have storage, but it has a BIOS.
Do we have something that we could convert to this? Or do we have a monitor that has that? Did we get rid of that test monitor?
I had to sell it. We weren't doing well.
We had to sell our test monitor, guys. We're cooked.
I can go grab another one.
Okay.
I just hope whoever just walked in up front isn't going to try to talk to me. We'll see.
USB expansion too. Modern USB.
All right, so we got a old reliable. Oh, it's not plugged in or turned on. I'm a little scared.
I'm a little scared. Just there's some vibes that I'm like, you know.
I'm about to press the power button. Okay.
It is old.
Lights flickered. I guess I should be back here and be ready to like unplug it just in case.
Probably.
Oh, the front panel isn't plugged in.
I was getting ready to ask that. If
We
we
were literally just looking at it and being like, yeah, the front panel looks standard because it's unplugged. Let's see if the spots are somewhat standard.
Oh, it's unplugged.
God damn it. Nope. How about this one?
Hell yeah!
Whoa!
She's going now. We got a post.
Already?
Athlon XP.
Wow, dude, look, 2002 was the last, whatever the hell you call that. Oh, look, there's our RAM. We got DDR, I almost said DDR4. DDR at 400.
We don't do this anymore, guys. We've moved on from this.
Oh, God.
Hey, we're good. We're good.
Hot swap USB?
RAID utility. I don't want to do that. Yep, we know there's no drive. It's looking for a RAID array, which we don't have.
We don't have any.
Because there's no drives. This thing is loud as hell. There must be a BIOS key, but I just don't know what it is.
Dude, what fan? Is that the CPU fan?
Yes. Oh, it is delete. There you go. All right, this feels
Soft
like
Menu 3.
Soft Menu 3. All right, so we have the AMD Athlon XP. It's currently running at 2500 megahertz.
So, you know what? I'm gonna look up this thing because I don't even know what socket this is. 2500 plus.
That's what it is. It's 2500 plus.
Oh my God, is that a single? It's a 1-core, 1-thread, 68-watt TDP. It's socket A. I don't know anything about that. It released in 2003. This case can't be that old though, right?
It could.
Could it be?
It could. The temperature's running really good right now, actually. 71C on the CPU. Not 71C, 71 Fahrenheit.
I was like 71C. I'm like,
it's running at 22C right now. I think
it's pretty cool, actually.
It is like really
Look
revving
at this
right now.
fan speed, 5100 RPM.
It said we must keep cool. Advanced BIOS features, virus warning. SATA enabled, yes. Is there SATA on this thing? Oh yeah, there's SATA 2.
Yeah, so there's SATA 2 ports. That actually would probably be our better option to get this up and running. instead of running like a old hard drive. There actually is SATA ports, which is interesting. So I'd be curious how that works. So there's SATA 2 headers, SATA, oh, well, it just says SATA. So like this is probably the SATA standard, the first SATA standard. I'm assuming it needs a very specific cable, but that's just SATA 1 and 2. So that could be an option, but we do have, I guess, the IDE hard drive. Worst case, if we do order like a normal SATA drive, we would find the specific cable and run it that way. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna mess around with the BIOS a little bit, see if I can figure out how to disable some of the RAID options so it doesn't try to do that every time, especially when we get a drive. But I'm actually surprised we're in the BIOS. I did not think we'd get there with just throwing in these random sticks of memory. So far, it's looking good for the crowd that wants us to keep going in this PC in configuration. All right, so we realized we had some drives here, some old school drives here.
Dude, look at the selections. We had a Max Tour. This one's 2003. We had Western Digital. This one's 2001, which is like Jonah born.
Me.
Yeah, and then we had this one's newer, right? 2005. 2005.
So we're gonna try this one out, see if it even works. Right now we're at the point where it's trying to boot to something, but obviously there's nothing. So we're gonna try to see if we can boot
could
it.
have an OS on it.
It could have an OS, and we could boot into something, and that may make our life a lot easier. So we're gonna try that out first.
Yeah. Let's see what happened here. We're doing an old, this is a cable that we've almost never used.
All right, let's see if this does anything, or see if she explodes. Yep.
All right. Oh, I feel the table start vibrating.
Detecting a drive. Oh, so found the drive.
Yep, there it is.
Our primary drive.
80 gigs, by the way.
Oh. Okay,
Oh, it just now goes in the BIOS.
Okay, so that's fine. We don't need to save anything. Let's do this again. Okay, so I don't want to hit delete. Or
this fan is ridiculous.
well, because it eventually got to the spot with the without the drive, saying it couldn't detect a drive, and or it's freaking out because it doesn't have the secondary drives. Checksum error, defaults loaded. F1 to continue. We'll say it's at the spot and it's not immediately saying there's nothing on the drive. So
figured it out. Look, you can literally manually change this fan, dog. This is next level.
This is tech.
But yeah, I don't know if Jonah can like really zoom in on this, but this is a potentiometer. So that's like a sweeper dial, just like a light in a house or like a guitar knob. It works the exact same as that. That sounds so much better. Holy crap, I feel like I was in a server closet.
I was getting flashbacks to our mining rig video.
Oh, dude, that was so big. You remember that, Jonah? The mining rig just...
Ubuntu PC, will Linux work? I don't know, is there another USB port back there? Yes.
Should be 2.
I have a feeling this is not gonna work.
I don't think it will either, but
we ball.
We have to show people that we tried before we turn it into a sleeper.
I was talking while you were gone, and I was like, I'm surprised it booted, but I don't think that changes the fact that it's gonna become a sleeper.
We don't know what we're doing. This drive doesn't seem to have anything on it, or at least it's not booting to it. USB is also just not gonna, it doesn't even have USB as a boot option. So just for fun, we're gonna try these 2 other IDE drives that we have here, see if it boots to anything, and then, I don't know, it's getting really close to that point of no return.
It's getting really close to nap time.
I'm getting tired, bro.
I'm not tired, I'm just high.
I'm feeling sleepy. Here we go, drive number 2. This is 2003, right?
Max Tour.
Max Tour.
It did not pick up a drive.
No drive this time?
But it still says CPU is unworkable. This is just verifying USB controllers, all the different controllers.
That drive's making Windows noises, bro.
I saw like a bar pop up.
What do we better load into?
Oh, I just saw Windows. Problem detect your Windows should have prevent damage.
If this is your first time you've seen this, stop or restart your computer. Okay, sure.
Okay.
Does the reset button work?
You saw the Windows logo just very subtly for a second.
Do you know which one it was?
I couldn't tell.
It's probably 11.
Probably 11.
Yeah, Rufus,
is that you?
Dude, when you hear
that.
Oh, wait, this is 7? Enter?
I was trying to see if I could do safe mode, but it's not even detecting.
Oh, is the keyboard just like not there?
Yeah.
Won't it automatically go? It's gonna
We're
yeah.
just gonna see the little flash of the Windows logo.
That's all we're gonna get.
Oh, it's XP. It was XP.
All right, next drive.
Next drive. It was XP though. I saw that. Oh, that one's
good. Is this the drive?
That thing. Oh.
Uh-oh.
But also our CPU, maybe we're having CPU problems now.
This is how this goes every time. We started to get somewhere and then the build starts to deteriorate while it's in our hands. Yeah, drive definitely did not sound great. I feel cooked right now.
Do we even need to say anything? Like, do they even really need to know what's about to happen? I'm gonna forget this whole transition editor. You can get mad about it. I'm gonna snap and we're gonna be back at the table with a bunch of other PC parts. For the, ready? Here we go. Ah! PC parts.
All right, it's been a little bit. you guys know what this turned into. It turned into a sleeper, and we did more research on this case and we found out it's a brand that I didn't know ever made cases, Superflower.
Superflower, a company that nowadays is kind of known for being a power supply manufacturer. I know they were the OEM for EVGA for a while, and now you can just buy their power supplies. This is an old school case from Superflower that Jackson did some research on and found a lot about.
This case would have been circa around 2002, which is crazy. This is pretty old, and it was 175 bucks back then, which I don't really know with inflation costs, but that's in a pretty expensive case. You know, it's cool because it's in great shape. It's all aluminum, there's no paint to worry about. And what's crazy is the fact that I didn't know they ever had cases back then that not only had, you know, clear panels on the top, but also the back and the front, which is pretty insane. There's literally acrylic all the way around. They even put some up here for fun. We bought an entire new build to put inside of here that I think is gonna really please you all.
And it's a high-end build. It's not just some budget build we threw together for this sleeper, because this case, I feel like it's very deserving. We spent over $1,600 on this PC pre-tax, so let's go over all the parts for this build and then we'll dive into building.
So this sleeper is gonna be pretty fun because I decided to switch things up a little bit. Normally I would just instantly go for like a Ryzen 5 9600X, but I don't know, something just screamed Intel about this sleeper PC. So this is the Intel Core Ultra 5 250KF Plus, and this is a 18 core 18 thread. I honestly, we've used this so little I had to really think about it, but this was 200 bucks. It's actually pretty close to a 9600X, and you do get a good amount more cores and threads, so that may mean some more gaming performance. Now the theme of this build I was kind of going for is just like black and silver pretty much. So this right here is the ID Cooling Frozn A620 Pro SE. So no RGB. I purposely went out of my way to avoid buying a ton of RGB stuff. This is a pretty solid tower cooler that actually has 2 fans, and it should be more than enough to cool this Ultra 5. And this cooler came in at just 40 bucks. Now with this case being able to fit full ATX, we had to go full ATX. So this right here is the ASRock B860 Pro RS, and this is a solid board. We love this board in the micro ATX variant where they just like cut off the bottom, but you get a lot of nice features like 4 RAM slots, you get 2 8-pins for CPU power, tons of expandability, even apparently some RGB on the board, which I forgot about. And once again, it matches the color scheme, I think, of the case pretty nicely. And this board ended up being 148 bucks. I'm starting to kind of see that gap between micro and full ATX kind of closing. Now we had to save a little bit of money on this sleeper, so we ended up going with 16 gigs, but don't worry, it's dual channel at least, and it matches pretty nicely. This is Corsair Vengeance DDR5, 16 gig kit, and it's 6,000 mega transfers. But 250 bucks, Jonah has just informed me I could have spent 215 and gotten such a better deal. I don't even know how to find deals anymore. I should have looked at Toasty Deals on Twitter and Discord. Now, next up, we got a 1TB Patriot P410. This is a Gen 4 NVMe SSD. Paid 155 bucks for it. These are also really expensive, but I think a terabyte will be enough to get this build up and running, and it kind of matches the rest of the specs, so I'm very happy with this.
For the graphics card, we went with an ASRock Challenger RX 9070 non-XT for 599 bucks. You guys have seen the videos we've done recently. The 9070 non-XT is a pretty good price performance option right now if you're looking for the higher end options from AMD. You can go 9070 XT, but realistically, spending $100 more for definitely not $100 more performance, we really recommend you go this way, and it'll pair very nicely with the 250K Plus. I'm excited to see how this game's at 1440p. Now for the power supply, we have this Rosewill VSB 750 750 watt semi-modular power supply that's 80 plus bronze, and we paid a grand total of $65 for. We really like these Rosewill power supplies. They're very solid for the price. You can get a bunch of different wattage options, and 750 watts is plenty to power this build. If you want to have more upgrade room to a higher end power supply, you could spend a little more for an 850 watt if you want to, but honestly for the sleeper and the configuration we're going with, 750 watts is perfect. So obviously we already talked about the case in detail, the Superflower case that we are using for this build. We talked about at the beginning and everything. We're gonna be making some modifications to it, not anything super crazy, to make sure this case is more modern friendly, and that is adding some different 5¼ inch bays. So this one right here is a 5¼ inch bay that has 2 USB-A ports and a USB Type-C, so you're able to add some modern functionality to your older case. We'll be sliding that in probably one of these right here. We're basically removing these 2 DVD drive bays. Since we won't be using them, we might as well just get some functionality up front. And then we also got another one that operates as a fan hub and shows temperature inside the case. You can adjust the fan speed with the button right here and set alarms apparently if your system hits a certain temperature. That's pretty crazy. And on top of replacing those 2 bays, we do have some fans we're going to be adding. We're not necessarily sure the exact plan what we're going to do for fans yet. We have these 82mm fans from Arctic. They're nice and compact fans that should fit nicely inside this build. The goal is just to make sure we have good airflow. This case in general doesn't have a ton of airflow spots. I mean, we have this ventilation up front. It's not too bad, but it is definitely older in style because we have basically acrylic up top with no ventilation up here. So we want to make sure we have enough fans in there so nothing is overheating. And when we're talking about the fans we're going to be using and these accessories, the 5¼ inch bays, we spent around $60 in total for all those accessories. Okay, so we talked about this entire PC build that we're actually going to be building over on twitch.tv/ToastyBros tomorrow morning. Well, at the time of recording this. If you guys don't know, we build PCs over there. So you're going to see a build montage from us building it live, but definitely go follow the Twitch stream if you want to see the PC builds live in the morning. And let's get to building. All right, guys, it is the next day. We are live over on twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and we got to go ahead and take apart this sleeper, get all the old parts out, and then it's time to dive into the build montage.
1, 2.
Alright guys, we have finally gotten our sleeper gaming PC good to go, and I think we've made some pretty good improvements from what this PC originally was. And we are currently running the native monitor resolution of this Corsair 3440 by 1440p monitor that's 34 inches. So you can see we're basically running, I would almost say like a 4K hybrid in a way. That's kind of what you get with ultra wide. And we are taking advantage of the newer 9070 with FSR 4.1.1 on the quality preset with no type of frame gen. And we're actually using ray tracing as well, high plus RT, because these new AMD cards are great when it comes to ray tracing.
Yeah, and we normally see us do benchmarks. We're using a standard 16:9 display, but Corsair, who sponsored this video, sent over this 34-inch monitor, which does add the ultra-wide immersion we like in some of our games, especially single-player games. Our racing game's a good example of that. And the specs that we have, 9070 with that 250K plus, can definitely drive this resolution.
Yeah, and this looks super good. This is the type of game that's just perfect for an ultra-wide. We will be testing out some other games. There may even be like 1 or 2 games that may not even fully support the resolution. So you'll kind of get to see what that looks like too, and just show that you can still use an ultra wide for everything. They're not just for productivity, they are great for gaming, even the games that may not get that full resolution.
Average of 154 FPS right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is really good with ray tracing on and everything too. And with just a small amount of upscaling, no frame gen or anything crazy. So this is a pretty powerful PC, and I'm really glad we went with this 250K plus. I mean, the temps are great right now. We have the fans dialed down to like as low as they can go.
It's super quiet.
Super quiet, and those fans are tiny. They're really not doing much. So these components are just very self-sufficient, very well at keeping themselves cooled. And yeah, I'm just super happy with how this thing has turned out and how it's gaming so far. But let's go ahead and test out another game.
All right, guys, next game we have is Lego Batman, the most demanding Lego game of all time. Currently running 3440 by 1440, which we'll touch on that in just a second here. Running FSR on balance, and we're on epic settings. So we're going for high quality settings, high fidelity here. We're getting pretty good FPS with upscaling. I did notice in this game, and it's not something I noticed before with my monitor at home, there is like a little bit of a border on this game for whatever reason at 3440 by 1440. I don't know if it's just this resolution in particular or what. Very, very slight border on the edge. It's really not that noticeable, but just something to keep in mind. Now, obviously, there are some spots here where we're going to dip a little below 60 at times because extreme settings is very overkill for a 9070 like this.
Or Lego Batman.
Or Lego Batman in general. I mean, come on now, running extreme settings, but I mean, they're giving us the options. We're going to run it. Again, another game, single player game. Ultra wides are really awesome for that. The immersion is really cool, and I just, using this sleeper, it goes very well together. The part selection is really good. The case was easy to build in. There wasn't a ton of work we had to do. Yeah, of all the sleepers we've done, and we've done a many of them, this one is definitely one of the nicer ones in terms of just everything put together and worked out very nicely.
Yep, shout out to Superflower. Apparently back in the day was making some pretty cool cases.
And it stretches the definition of sleeper. I like these kinds of sleepers where it's like, it's a bit modern in the sense where you can see inside the build. So yeah, it's more like a resto mod rather than a sleeper. You can still see what's going on there. It feels very modern still, but it's using an old school style case. So pretty dang good. Again, we're running extreme details here. 1% level is a little lower than I'd like to see. So personally, I would run higher details and still run that upscaling. Or if you're running at a standard resolution, which we'll be running some 1080p benchmarks for 3D Mark and CS at the end of this video, you'll be able to see what this PC is capable of at that resolution as well. But not too bad. Average 78, 1% level 46 on these demanding settings in an open world game. Let's go and switch
it up to a next one.
So guys, since this is a sleeper PC, we had to play a game that was kind of era relevant to it. And this is Team Fortress 2. I think this game, it's like, what, 2006, 2007?
Yes. Yeah.
So actually this case probably would have been out before then, but funny enough, it natively supports this 3440 by 1440, which now that I'm thinking about it, I really think most games will be just fine running this at its full screen, which is pretty sick. So you don't have to do any of that weirdness with the black bars. This looks amazing. We're running the game at the max settings, and even though it's old and they haven't like updated the graphics, it's still like harder to run than you would think. I mean, you can see we had a 1%.
Random 1% low dips, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, though, we're getting insanely high FPS. Seems like it really likes this this graphics card, and the CPU is really good. I mean, this is a CPU that I don't think we talk about enough because the 9600X, it's slightly cheaper. They're like 180 to 190. So you're saving like 10 or 20 bucks, but keep in mind, 6-core, 12 thread. This is, what is it, 1818? Which is a pretty big difference. And the individual cores, to my knowledge, are just as...
As well as spy chasing you.
Oh, as a normal
You got killed by
medic.
a medic.
A normal medic. But yeah, this is a CPU more people I think should consider. Just any of the K plus processors. No. I'm not gonna...
Oh my. Don't you know he has the pillar towering of hats?
There's a snipe. Okay. I'm just not going to get a kill,
my God.
apparently. I played this for the skins, not for the gameplay. But yeah, TF2 looked absolutely amazing. We got one more game to run.
Tung, 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 tung. Shirtless Batman was throwing the 670 emote. Oh my. All right, guys, we're now in Fortnite. We're gonna go to the Frosted Flats. So we're gonna drop in, see how it goes.
They saw how good Marvel Rivals is doing.
I like how it looks like stink is coming off his feet right now. He's dropping in. But here comes Tung 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 Sahur. I'm running Fortnite performance settings. I will show you guys real quick once I get dropping. I love how loud that thing is. 3440 by 1440, performance mode, far view distance, low texture. I think it's my airplane. And page up. Heck yeah, baby.
Yeah, some crazy good FPS for the res that we're running.
Yes, sir.
Because normally when we do like CS and Fortnite and stuff at 14, just normal 1440p, we lose quite a bit of FPS, so it's pretty good. Oh my God, are they breaking?
Oh, it's that Batman! Are you serious?
He got in the Batmobile.
In your Batmobile? No way. Average of 283, 1% low of 145, running really smooth. Cannot complain about the Fortnite gameplay. Can I find somebody else, or is that it? Is Batman just never gonna come back? Batman, where's your Batmobile?
I feel like Toon Toon Toon's bat is made out of his skin.
I think so. No way.
But I have another runner.
No way. Nope.
This is not real.
I was about to say, if I lost him again, there's no way that was real. It's you, Batman!
It's him! Oh my God, he almost got you.
Yeah. Wait.
Is it Mad and Sexy?
Mad Stevie.
Oh, Mad Stevie. I thought it said Mad and Sexy.
Yeah, that's what you get for 6'7" me at the beginning. That's crazy. All right, Fortnite, good. We'll run 3D Mark CS at 1080p so you guys can see some more performance numbers for that CPU because, again, really good price to performance. And we'll wrap this video up. Thanks again to Corey for this awesome Ultra ride. Really good monitor for whether you're copying a PC like this or building your own. Really good monitor for the price.
So the build is complete, and it may not be what we were originally going for with this video. That's usually how this goes. We want to get the old components working, but when they're too old and you don't even have a UEFI BIOS, there's really not a whole lot we can do as people who did not grow up with Vista and 95 and stuff like that. So this is more our bread and butter, putting some new parts inside of this old PC case, and now this PC is gonna live on for another 10 years.
And for those participating in the PCBros drinking game where we end up doing sleeper PCs, I hope you took your shot because you gotta do it. But let's go ahead and go over the other benchmarks we ran on this PC. Like we mentioned, we ran some 1080p benchmarks in CS2 and our 3D Mark Time Spy score. In CS2, 1080p low settings, we got an average of 453 FPS, with a 1% low of 170, and 3D Mark Time Spy, we got a total score of 22,451, a GPU score of 24,272, and a CPU score of 15,755, which results in a 7 cent per point score. All in all, even though this is a sleeper PC, we got good cent per point because of the cost of the case, and this configuration works really well together, just like that monitor we use for testing. Thanks again to Corey for sponsoring. If you want to buy the parts for this sleeper, again, you can't buy the case, but you can buy the PC parts. Use this link down below, and for that monitor, there'll be affiliate links, and they will help us out.
We appreciate you guys watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, check out our other 2 YouTube channels, and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Now make sure you check out PCBros.tech because we actually sell these type of sleepers at the store.
PCBros.tag. This one will be for sale, and you can buy other PCs as well and use code ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.